Hey guys, what's up? This is Evo-Force here, and today I'm gonna do a very special deck profile for you guys today, and that's going to be on my updated Evol list for post Chaos Impact. Now, there are a couple of things I want to address before I get this deck profile underway, and number one thing that I want to address about this episode is that if you guys have been wondering where the hell have I been doing with Evos ever since Master Roll 4 came around, well, there is actually a Evo list that I've been playing around Master Roll 4. Just hit the corner. I think it was during Gogi format. And that list was done about a year ago, and ever since then, I never really thought to myself that I'll ever gonna show you guys a new list for this deck, because I honestly thought to myself that this deck is not gonna get like any support, well, direct support for the archetype, to be honest, because that's what I thought. But little did I know, in Chaos Impact, this deck got a new Avatar monster. Yes, this deck got a new Avatar monster in the form of Avatar Megachirella, and I actually made a video about the card as well, which I'll put it down in the description down below. So anyways, this new little Avatar is really good. And it is perhaps by far the better than the Najasho and the Westlo, because, well, for its effect to go up, it requires no further setup. So you summon this, tribute itself up, discard a card, and then bring out a level 6 or lower fire dino type monster from your deck. That's what it does, and that effect alone is really good. But I'm gonna go a little more depth on that as our deck profile goes on. In fact, I'm gonna show you guys an updated list for my Evos right now, post Chaos Impact. So for the Avatar lineup is 2 Najashos, because Najasho Evo first play is really good. It's still very good. In fact, that's what it like defines this deck. Like, yeah, Evo-Force, Najasho with this card is like the major keystone for this deck. It's what make the deck. It's what defines this deck. To be honest with you guys, to Westlo, playing more than 2 of this guy, to be honest, in this format is a little perky, and it can get cloggy too. So that's why I only play 2 copies of this card. I mean, Westlo is still a good card, but it's not good enough where you need a 3rd copy of the same thing goes with the Najasho, because you have the new Avatar now, which I'm going to talk about it in detail. So this is the new little Avatar that we got in the setup Chaos Impact, which got recently released like a month later, and this little card alone made me wanna like play the deck, and let alone show you guys this deck profile for you guys. So Megachirella, the new direct support with the Evo Order, what it does is that you can tribute a reptile, so you can like tribute the Westlo and then tribute the Najasho too if need be, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen because they're just gonna die. So Megachirella, what it does is that you can tribute a reptile. Yes, you can actually tribute this card itself as cost, discard a 1 card, and then bring out a level 6 or lower fire dino from your deck. So that summons out all the Evos, even the bad ones like Elias, Tiaras, if you really want to, even though I don't recommend playing that because they are really bad. But this card can bring along missile Nanosaurus as well because it happens to be a fire that is a level 4, which I thought about playing because it stops your Evo-Saurus from being like affected by heart attacks and hand traps, which I thought about playing, but I decided not to call it because I honestly think the pure Evos is the way to go. Missile Nano is definitely a great tech to play in the set because Megachirella can bring it out as well. And this card also has a graveyard effect where if you control a Dragon Exceed monster with no material on it, Laggia and Dolkka, they're both Dragons Exceed monsters. So if the end of the two just happens to have no materials on them, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and then you target either 2 reptile or 2 dino with different names from your hand or graveyard, and then you attach those 2 targets to your Laggias and Dolkkas that have no material on them, and then you attach those 2 targets as a material. So this card in the graveyard is really good because it gives your Laggias and your Dolkkas extra form of negation, so that's really good. Sadly, this card's graveyard effect is not a quick effect. I mean, it is a quick effect. It'll be quite little too broken because you can just do it during your opponent's turn and then negate something else like during their turn. I mean, its graveyard effect is good as well because, like I said, it gives your Laggias and Dolkkas an extra form of negation, and more negations that you can do with your Laggias and Dolkkas, the better. Now for the episodes, to Cerato, this is really good now actually because with Megachirella, drawing multiple episodes is no longer a break because you can just discard them and then go for your Vulcano play with the Megachirella and then make your Laggia and your Dolkka if you really want to. But the reason why I'm playing multiple copies of this card and not just one is because due to the fact where if you summon this by the applicable Evil type from your deck, it gains 21 and it gives you +1s for every time this card kills a monster. And that 2000 attack is kind of a big deal because it kills something and it can search for your deck for an Evo tile from your deck so that you can set up on next turn. Like searching this card up of Cerato is like so good because you can do your plays on your next turn as effectively as possible. Because the problem with this deck in the past is that if this card kills something where it was brought up by an avatar, you can search for your Westlos and your Najashos from your deck. But that card, it requires setup. So it requires setup on your next turn to be played. While Megachirella, you don't really have the cons of searching for a Westlo and a Najasho up of Cerato's effect because you just summon it and then just use Megachirella's spec because like I said, it requires no further setup. The Diplo for background removal. Honestly, I'm only playing this to better out background so that you can like further extend. That's the only reason why I am playing the single copy of Diplo in the deck. And chop out Vulcanos because this card is by far the best Evo-Zord in the deck. Alright, so that is it for the Evo engine in the main deck. Now for the hand traps, I thought about playing what kind of hand traps that I was going to play in this deck. Infinite, I mean, it's a really good hand trap going second, but in this deck you want to go first anyway, and Dolkka, it does a little bit more compared to the Infinite. Ashes, I thought about playing, but again, Dolkka is a whole lot better. And Ashes in the current format, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do much. I thought about playing Pentasmas actually quite a lot, but with the new Evo tile in the form of Megachirella during the multiple episodes, it's no longer a brick, so I decided not to play the Phantasmas in the main deck. But the four hand trap that I decided to play in the main deck are these, the three Gammas and the driver. Now the main reason why I am playing Gammas instead of all the other hand traps, two reasons. This card cannot get Call by the Grave, and Call by the Grave is a really popular card right now. In fact, Orcus are playing it, Solid can play it too, and even Strikers, if they have the space, they can play it too. So this card cannot get Call by the Grave, but the main reason why I am playing this deck is make sure that your Najasho Evo-Force plays and your Megachirella plays, they go up, because all of them tributes themselves as cards, so you no longer have monsters on the field, and if they try to Ash, well, you drop the Gamma and bring a driver from the deck, and your Najasho Evo plays goes up, and your Megachirella plays go up, and you get 3 to 3 monsters because you stop the Ash with the Gamma. So that's the main reason why I decided to put in the Gamma instead of the other hand traps in the main deck, because the Gamma package in this deck protects the Megachirella and your Najasho Evo first place. Okay, moving on with the main deck, the spells which I don't really play a lot of, which are the 3 Evo-Force cards, really good. So I make this deck and define this deck actually, and the 3 rotors to search for your Evol monsters, and the 3 definite staples that you guys need to play in this deck are the triple Call by the Graves. You need to play this card. Like, this card is basically this deck's extra form of protection, including with the Gammas. So if you don't have the Gamma and you decided to not just your Evo-Force play or your Megachirella plays, and they have the Ash, you drop the Call by the Grave, and then your plays go up. Like, that's the major weakness with this deck. If your Najasho Evo-Force play and your Megachirella plays, which are the main definition and main foundation of the deck, if they get stopped, well, this deck cannot really function if those plays get stopped, and the Gamma package and the Call by the Grave make sure that those plays can go up. So the Gamma package and the 3 Call by the Graves are definite staples for Evos, I think, in the nearby coming future. Now, for the rest of the main deck, they are just traps, which are the 3 Singularity. This guy's nuts. Like, make Laggias and your Dolkka is during your opponent's turn. Like, card is really great and quite broken. 3 Compulse. Just a tad. This card is actually really good in the current format right now, because Burst Striker, when they go Surgical, for the MPs, you just compulse it, so they do not get a search. Burst Solid, when they go Warp, you just compulse it, so they neck. Versus Orcus, when they make their first Galatea, you compulse. So yeah, this card, this trap is also very like versatile and very like good versus a lot of decks, including Rogue too. Triple Trap Shake to search for the Singularity and the couples if you really need to. The fact that this card searches out Singularity is like way too good. And the rest of the traps in the main are just Imperial Order. This with Laggia is nuts. And 3 Judgement. This card with Laggia is also nuts. This card with Dolkka is also nuts. and the warning and the double strikes. Any of the Solemns with the Laggia and the Dolkkas are like way too good and actually quite nuts. Now with the extra deck, it needs quite a bit of work because I just put it together. The extra deck is probably the only part about this deck that I'm not really sure on. The main deck is almost perfect. It's a 42 card main though, but I think 42 card main for Rebels I think it works out just fine. So with the extra deck, triple Laggia is like really good, really powerful. Like you summon something, nope. You activate a spell, nope. And then you activate a strike, no. And triple Dolkkas, it covers all the rest with their monster effects. Like Dolkka is so huge right now because it negates Ash, it negates Phantasma's. This card, it stops a lot of things. Like actually a lot of things. This card also stops basically all the plays during the Orcus matchup because symbols, Dolkka says no. Galatea, Dolkka says no. Like Laggia and Dolkka, they just like they find this side. They are the main reason why this deck is like really good. And one singular Solda is quite good as well because against grindy games, Solda is really good because it's a 26 speeder and it can destroy special summon monsters, and as long as it isn't much around it, it cannot be destroyed by carpet, which is kind of a big deal. I want to play 2 rank 4s, and they are the Dweller and the Emeral. Dweller is really good because Orcus, Salad, and Ray in the striker matchup, it can come up because besides making Dolkka versus those deck isn't very good, but making Dweller versus those decks is very good. The one Emeral, this card it got limited on the new list, but to be honest, I'm kind of like iffy on playing this card in the deck now. The main reason why this card is here is because you can just like recycle your Vulcanos back to the main deck so that you can go for plays for your future plays, but I don't think this card is, even though that play is really good, there are actually a lot of fun plays that you can do with Emeral because you can recycle monsters back so that you can use them again. But I don't think cards kind of iffy. Like I said, the main reason why this card is in here is because if I don't play it, I am gonna regret not playing it in the deck. So that's the main reason why it's here. But I digress. But overall, Emeral is a good card for the deck in general. Dolittle Chimera, this card is also a little bit iffy, but the main reason why this card is here is because this card has recursion when it dies, because you can get back your Evol tiles and BorrelSword and then add it to your hand, and this card can make your Dolkkas and your Laggias quite big. So there are actually a threat on the field because Laggia and Dolkka, granted they are good and in purple cards, but they're pretty weak in terms of stats, and this card can make them just a bit bigger so that there are actually a threat on the field. Hiita, this card is really easy to make and like made with this deck too, because all the monsters that you play in the main other than the Gamma, they are, fire monsters, so it's really easy to make this card. The Phoenix and the Uniocorn for the Nightmares, the generic Nightmares for spot removal, Ningirsu for the Hiita, and BorrelSword for OTKs. I thought about BorrelSword, but the extra deck, like I said, it needs a little bit work and it's a bit too tight, so I decided not to play the BorrelSword and then play the BorrelSword instead for OTKs. purposes. Alright guys, so that pretty much does it for my new updated list for this deck for post Chaos Impact. Tell me guys what you guys think on the comment section down below, and this is Evo signing out guys. Peace out guys. Peace out.